Welcome back to Evolve 24 Radio and 8th House Mystery School. Today's conversation is a really special one because I'm joined with someone whose presence carries wisdom, who others and growing. And our guest, Anne-Marie Brock, brings her own unique life experience and calling to this space. And we're honored to have her here with us today. At the 8th House Mystery School, we believe every teacher arrives with a message, every path carries medicine, and every story has the power to awaken something within others. And today, we get to step into the world of Anne-Marie to learn who she is beyond the titles, what fuels her soul, and why she felt called to be part of this mission. So whether you are ready or not, if you're a part of our community or just discovering us for the first time, settle in, open your heart, and enjoy this beautiful conversation. Okay, let's just get right to it. For those meeting you for the first time, who are you at your core, and what life experiences shaped that path for you today?
So who I am at my core is I have always been, and this is the life experience, I have always been the counselor per se. I have always been the shoulder. I have always been the heart. And I have always shown, and I know it sounds, I keep saying I a lot, but I affirm those things now more than I've ever done before. Because there was a point in my life where I would actually hide that part and wouldn't say I, and really lock into myself. And now I help others, see in myself what they see in me is also within themselves. And that's all I've ever done, be able to be the mirror for others. And that's just the innate nature of Anne-Marie.
It's a beautiful one, that's for sure. Well, then what are you most passionate about right now in this season of your life? Like, what lights you up most right now, and what are you deeply passionate about sharing with the world?
Well, my deepest passions is life as a ritual and life as a ceremony, and understanding the aspects of all of life, living it consciously, being present in every moment, whether it's me being a mom, me being a wife, or me being a teacher or student, because I am ever a student before I am a teacher. That to me is the passion, the va-va-voom, if you will, of life for me as a ritual, and seeing it through that lens.
I love that. I really do. So was there a special moment or anything particular that catalyzed you into an awakening? Was there a turning point, challenge, or something of that self that showed you a different way to be in life?
So there were many moments, but one of the bigger moments within my life, I learned alchemy, and alchemizing what life as a ritual actually meant. And I had some health issues that now I understand that were part of the journey for me to learn. Those were my lessons, the doors that I had to go through. And when I understood and alchemized those lessons and understood them in their fullness and embodied them to my core, I was able to walk a path that was there, always had been, but glue in such a way that it was more than a yellow brick road. It was literally paved in gold.
Wow. That's definitely alchemy. What brought you to the 8th House Mystery School? There are so many places that you could teach. What is it about this school that resonates with you and made you want to be a part of the mission?
So I've always wanted, it was always a dream of mine, to be in a mystery school. But life does a funny thing and takes you on these missions and lessons. And when this came about and I seen Eighth House Mystery School, while I understand astrology in the beginner's terms, if you will, I understand it enough to understand what the eighth house represents. And I live with a Scorpio, and, and understanding that those deep, dark, if you will, parts are actually the core parts that really do rebirth you. That really sung to me. The fact of what it represented within the eighth house, and also aligns with alchemy and sacred alchemy and life as a ritual, going through these cycles of death and rebirth, forever being a phoenix, essentially.
Absolutely, 100%. The eighth house is so perfectly guided, named, because I didn't choose it myself. It was shown to me and I lit up like you. I'm like, that is perfect. And me too. I had always wanted to go to a mystery school because mystery school means it's something below the surface that like other people are missing. And I love going below the surface. Ask any of my friends. I don't have shallow relationships because I really want to know you for who you are. And even sometimes people don't know who they are, and I love digging and helping them learn who they are. And that's what's going to happen with anybody that goes to this school, is you're really going to start to know what is below the surface. We don't swim in the shallow end at the eighth house mystery school.
No, and I love that. I love the whole vision and mission of this school. My star sign is a Pisces, and there are levels to being a Pisces. And when I alchemized into all three of the levels, now I'm in the ocean, and I'm learning. I'm still there. And there are times where I do go back into the deep. And just like you, I enjoy understanding the deepest parts of a person and helping in any way possible for them to see that light that shines within them.
It takes a level of vulnerability to be intimate, and intimate doesn't necessarily mean sexuality or sex. Intimacy means that you're vulnerable, safe, and feel comfortable in the space of another human. And I think that that's really what I'm trying to call in with all my instructors, is people that are heart-centered, that know how to make space for others to be vulnerable so that they can discover their true selves. So I'm so excited to have you on board. I'm just so excited. What do you hope students receive from your classes beyond information? When someone leaves one of your classes, which feel free to tell us maybe what you're teaching, how do you hope they feel they grow and transform?
So I'll be teaching two, which do go hand in hand with each other. The first being sacred alchemy, where you'll learn the 7 stages of alchemy and how to integrate that into your life. And then the other is ceremonialists, and understanding the ethics in which it takes to hold sacred space for another person. My hope for students on this path is what the mission is of the school, community. So for our classes that we have set up, the sessions for sacred alchemy are set up where we do the work. We go through what each level of alchemy is. And then you take it home, you sit with it, you understand it and integrate it within self. And then we also have our integration groups. So we do not only grow alone in spaces, we grow and expand in community. And that is so integral for the expansion of self. My hands are tingling right now.
I was just going to do that too. And you're like, my hands are tingling.
So we grow. And for me, that was a lot of the journey, understanding that I needed to be in spaces alone and understand the work and understand self. But in order to expand, I needed to be in community. I needed to be with my people. to really have that mirror aspect. It really does help in expanding the overall self. And with the ceremonial classes, we go a lot into understanding what it is in ethics to hold these spaces in the most sacred of ways. And then we'll have a integration end of class for the ceremonialist, where you'll be given your sacred rights. So it'll be an integration with your community as well as a graduation, to really expand and hone in those rights that and go out into the world and share your gifts with others.
I love that. And not that we could really go any deeper, but let's swim a little deeper. And what do you believe many people are hungry for right now, like in society? What is being overlooked? What are people really craving?
I do honestly feel like we're going back to what you said earlier, the depth of understanding. I feel like there's a lot of lost in translation. And I've said that for about 7-8 years now, that there's been a lostness in translation, and a lot of people are looking for the in between the lines, the information that isn't there. And I truly believe that the 8th House Mystery School is something that that gives them that tool to see in between the lines and read and see the language and understand it and embody it. Because not only is it important to understand the knowledge, it is equally as important to integrate and embody all of that.
Exactly. It's not just about like knowledge. The mystery school is far from knowledge. It's really about feeling, learning, understanding, embracing, and then fully embodying what you learn. And I tell everybody who goes through any awakening, any healing journey, even just regular, go to your Reiki practitioner type thing. Anytime you do work that shifts you in positive ways, you have to go through an integration period, because you shifted into a new you. Even if it's mildly, even if you go get a beautiful massage and you just release all those toxins out of your body, you're not the same person you were before you let that go. And so you need to integrate that. You need to cleanse yourself. You need to embrace this new you so that you can hold on to it and continue to grow and expand instead of revert and go backwards, right? So integration, I agree. I love that you're teaching it at the school, and I feel like it's going to be, perfect for those that feel called to doing that work. So yes. Thank you for that. So in closing, if someone's watching that feels spiritually curious, lost, or ready for more growth, what would you want to say to them?
I would say, listen to the voice that is in the back of the mind, the calm, centered voice that eases you when you are feeling down, you are feeling distraught. Listen to the voice. The voice will guide you. That voice is your inner knowing. That voice is your inner God mind. That voice guides you to your truth. And when you're guided on the path of truth, you will never be steered wrong.
That's so true. If you listen and follow what feels good. Yeah. Well, not feels good, but feels right. Truthful.
Yes.
Exactly. That's wonderful and beautiful. Thank you. So this has been such a lovely conversation, and getting to know you is so special. And the way I think, anybody watching is going to get to know you is to join your class. So they could jump on over to www.8thhousemysteryschool.com, and then they could go to the team pages and find you there, read all about you, and then also join your classes. So I'm excited for this. If this conversation spoke to you, make sure that you subscribe, stay connected, and explore what we are building here at the 8th House Mystery School. It's all about community, connection, and evolving. So thank you, and until next time. Yay!